Hello my dears and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos sometimes. So today's video is one that I have been wanting to make for so long and I'm so happy I finally have everything for a full face of the AOA Studio makeup line from Shopmissa. If you're unfamiliar with Shopmissa, it is basically a $1 online store only. I do believe they have one store and it's in Texas. I'm not entirely sure, but I have seen people shop at the store before because I watch a lot of Shopmissa hauls and a lot of AOA Studio like full face applications. Like, I love this brand. If you know me, you know that I have been raving about the Shopmissa AOA Studio in particular. I've never tried anything else that they carry. But the AOA Studio line that they make themselves is great. I do have a few misses, but that's gonna be the thing with pretty much any brand, whether they're $1 or not. I feel like hits and misses exist in every single brand out there. So there is a couple of things in this tutorial that I do struggle with and I show you that I struggle with them. But other than that, you know that I love this brand. I have used all of the tools as well that I own from Shopmissa to complete today's face. So all of my tools, my makeup, everything that you see on my face was applied and is a AOA Studio product. I'm super duper excited for this because like I said, I've been wanting to make this video for so long and I finally have everything. And I gotta say, I'm truly impressed. Like, I don't think if I walked out of the door with this makeup on, anybody would ever suspect that everything on my face cost literally $1. There are a couple of things in their line that cost a little bit more than $1, like I think 55 to like 88 cents more, but the additional like 55 to 88 cents is applied to charities that they support, which is also incredible. I don't know how they do it. All of their products are $1, and like I said, the extra little charge is donated to charities. So not only are you getting a really good product for the price, but they're also donating some of the proceeds to charity. It's like a win-win. Like, I don't know what more you could ask for, but in my opinion, it's just wonderful altogether. And I love everything that they have made. I do have more hits than misses in this line, and I'm not gonna lie, I pretty much use AOA products just about every day, whether it's from like their brushes, because they're very high quality brushes, or like the AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder. I have this one in the shade Soft Light. I use this every single day and I'm amazed. Like, I don't know, again, how they do it. I believe that's all the babbling I've got going on for today, so let's just get right into this. Yes! So the first thing I'm going to do is go in with the Slim Eyebrow Pencil. I'm going to refrain myself from saying AOA because everything is AOA, so this is their Slim Brow Pencil, just so you know. And I'm just going to outline my eyebrows a little bit with this. I didn't go too heavy-handed because there's another product that I want to share with you for the brows that is amazing. This is their brow gel, and it's one of those like tinted squeezy tube very pigmented brow gels, and it is in the shade dark brown, I believe, and this is fantastic. It's waterproof, sweat proof, like any sort of proof. So I like sometimes outlining my eyebrows and then putting a little bit of this product in, especially right now in the summertime, because my brows will not go anywhere. And just look how beautiful and full and fluffy they look. I'm going to go in with the primer spray, and honestly, this doesn't really do much. It's supposed to absorb oil, minimize pores, blah blah blah, but I don't really see it. It just feels nice and refreshing on the face. Now I'm going to go in with the Perfect Filter Face Primer. This is a really nice hydrating primer. This also doesn't really do much, to be honest. It just feels really nice on the skin, and I quite enjoy the texture, and I love the extra bit of hydration that it gives my dry skin. Now I'm going to go in with the AOA, oh there I go, I said it, AOA. This is the Satin Buildable Liquid Foundation. I believe I have the shade Sand. If I am mistaken on the shades, everything will always be linked down below. and I'm going to be blending that out with the Mochi sponge. I love this sponge. It's definitely my favorite sponge ever. I have repurchased this one at least 3 times, and I have gifted my mom a couple of these as well. These are just the best sponges. Shopmissa always makes like the most incredible $1 sponges. And then I did add just a little bit more of that buildable satin foundation. It claims it's buildable, so you can definitely go from a very sheer to almost full coverage, but you guys know I like a medium coverage. Now I'm going to go in with their liquid concealer. This is in the shade Buff, and this is one of those squeezy tube super full coverage concealer. I like to apply it with my finger first. As you can see, I just reacted to how full coverage that is. I am also going to be using this as an eyeshadow primer today, but like I said, I really like putting it on with my finger just to warm up the product a little bit, and then I am using one of these AOA Studio, there I go again, saying AOA, brushes. I will have this one linked down below. I cannot for the life of me remember what number it is, but it does come in a duo, and it's totally worth every single penny. It's the best. I am going to apply this cream blush in the shade Demure. It is an absolutely stunning, like warm reddish terracotta color that I absolutely love. This is the brush that comes in a duo with the one that I use to apply my concealer, by the way, and I love this one for my blush and my bronzer, and as you can see, that color is just absolutely stunning on the skin. I love their cream blushes. Now I'm going to go in with their loose setting powder in the shade Soft Light, and I am using one of their big fluffy brushes to apply this all over the face. I use a very, very light layer of this, and as you could see, it doesn't change the color of your foundation or alter anything underneath. Now for bronzer, I'm going to actually be using a Perfect blush. This is in the shade Fino or Fino. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, and I am using one of their duo fiber brushes. This also comes in a set, but I mostly just purchased it for the large one because it comes with like a small one and a big one, but the large one is fantastic. And then I wanted a little bit more blush. This one is in the shade Auburn, and it gives me that beautiful like sunburnt look, and again, that brush is fantastic. For setting spray, I'm just using their regular setting spray that's supposed to lock in my makeup. Honestly, don't notice any difference with that either. For highlighter, I'm using one of their loose highlighters in the shade Nebula, and I am using their highlighting brush, which is my favorite brush ever. If you're going to pick up anything, pick up the highlighting brush. It's absolutely wonderful. I definitely use this every single day to highlight my skin, and as you can see, it applies everything beautifully. Now that highlighter is a little bit on the chunkier side, I will admit, but it does give you a beautiful, beautiful glow. Nonetheless, I recommend it just as much. If you like that super blinding glow, like I could see your highlighter from space, you are going to love that. For my eyes, I am just taking that bronzer or blush color that I use as a bronzer and one of the PAW eye brush, one of the brushes from the PAW brush set. Yes, that's what I meant to say. And I'm just going to pop that into my crease, do like a light wash of color. And then I'm taking another blush called Dandy, and it's like more of a peachy color, and I'm just going to amplify that color in the crease. And then I'm going to go in with Auburn, that beautiful red shade, and just tie that into like my blush and onto my eyes. Now these are the AOA Studio Buttercream liners and shadows, and I don't like these. Like, I just feel like they're way too dry. They are really long lasting, I'll give them that. Like, they literally will last forever, and sometimes it's very, very hard to remove them, but they're just really hard to work with. They're extremely dry in the pot. I actually tried to mix them with some of my coconut oil just to give them more of like an emollient like texture, but it just continued to dry, and I struggle. Like I said, I've struggled with these, and I have 2 of them, and I definitely don't recommend them. I have this matte one in the shade Java that you have watched me apply here, and then I have another one that I'll show you in a minute. But first, gel liners. Again, this is another one of those misses from Shopmissa. I just don't see any color payoff. Like, it just nothing. But no big deal. Basically, I have just those 2 products that I'm just not a big fan of and definitely don't recommend at all. Finishing up the lower lash line with a little bit of that bronzer that I put on my face and just smudging that all out. I did pick up a little bit more of Dandy, which was my peachier shade, and again, smudge that on the lower lash line. This is that other buttercream shadow liner, and doesn't that just look so stunning in the pot? I am using a flat shader brush, or attempted to use a flat shader brush to apply some of this. You are going to see the real struggle with this one. Like, I even changed my brush again. I tried something a little bit smaller just to see if I could pick up some more. They're so crumbly and dry. I even dropped some onto my pants while I was filming this for you, and I thought maybe I could just pop a little bit of this in the inner corner, but again, it's just not what I expected. I'm kind of disappointed because I really wanted these to work. I did use this in a previous video and it didn't look so terrible, but I think that, I mean, I filmed that video kind of like about a month or two ago, and it just, like I said, they just get really dry. Like, they dry out super duper fast, and you could see that there's a ton of pigment on my finger, but it's just not translating on the eye. I don't understand. So yeah, not my favorite. Instead, I went in with the Wonder Baked highlighter. This is in the shade Snap. It's just like a beautiful gold. This is my favorite highlighter that they make for the face. However, it looks absolutely stunning on the eyelid, so that's how I saved this. Now this I like. This is the Artista brush tip liners, and I have mine in the shade of brown, and these are awesome. I cannot believe that they made a brush tip applicator like liner for $1. Brush tips are my favorite because they're so easy. As you could see, I'm literally doing a small, very thin line with this eyeliner, and it is fantastic. They come in a whole array of colors, and I highly recommend these. For my lower lash line, I'm going in with the Skinny Mascara. I love this for the lower lash line because it's so teeny tiny. This is actually my second tube, so I love it so much I have now repurchased it twice. And it is a little bit of a drier formula, so it's not going to smudge and it's not going to flake or any of that stuff. And then I decided to buy their Fat Lash Mascara, and this was actually my first time trying it, and I was really impressed with that. It didn't clump up or smudge or anything like that, and it builds really nice. For the lips, I just used one of their basic lipsticks in the shade Coconut. I am a sucker for brown lipstick. It is my absolutely favorite shade in the world to wear, and this is really nice. It's creamy, it's pigmented, it smells amazing, and I also topped that with a little bit of the Lip Pop lip glosses, and these are also some of my favorite lip glosses. Very comfortable. And I forgot to mention it's in the shade City Girl. This is the finished look. I don't know if you can tell that I used nothing but dollar makeup on my face, but I am really loving this look. I think everything looks absolutely stunning, even though I struggled on my eyes. The end result is glamorous. And that's all I've got for you guys today, so hopefully you enjoyed today's full face of the AOA Studio line from Shopmissa. I absolutely love this brand. If you have any products that I didn't put on my face today that you love wholeheartedly, please let me know. I would love to pick them up next time I do a small haul. I usually only order like maybe 5 products at a time, so if you do have any favorites that I didn't use today, I would totally love your recommendation. Yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread my love for makeup, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay. Bye-bye.